bulls.
Folks, welcome to the first in a series of Ultimate Elk videos. We're out here in New Mexico with Limestone Outfitters. We've already had a successful hunt. Guys, this is our first video. We got a lot of hunts in it. We got a lot to show and a little to talk about. So let's get to talking about what we're going to say.
Well, I think if a person can't find what he wants to hunt with in this video, either rifle, muzzleloader, bow, he's going to have to search somewhere else, but we got them all in there, Dave.
That's right. We hunted Colorado, New Mexico with rifles, muzzleloaders, bows. And you carry all the equipment over these hills like we did and
Yes.
use every kind of strategy. And of course, we had some help. We had some excellent guides, and that's very important.
Oh, there's no question about it. You know, it's taken us 3 years to come out with a whole new series of elk calls that these guys have helped us design out here, especially the Welty boys, because they showed us what reaching out there at a long distance on cow calls can do for it, and man, me so much of turkey hunting. When you go to cutting and popping and carrying on to get that bull excited or that gobbler excited, it's a lot of similarities.
That's right.
You know, about every year, you'll notice in the turkey industry is something new, and the same in the elk industry, because people learn, they come out and they find something that works better. A new better mousetrap, and I think we found a better one.
Your brother Butch, along with our help a little bit on the side, but Butch's been elk hunting for a long, long time.
He may be our premier hunter from back
That's
home.
right. He's designed 5 different calls this year.
And spent a lot of time, and you'll notice the latex in those calls are a little different. They're a little looser, and I don't have to give him credit. I wouldn't have thought that'd work. That worked better.
Well, he's got 3 new mouth diaphragms, and they're a single, a double, and a triple.
And I think that's all you need, Chuck.
That's right. And then, of course, the call that we worked on last year that opened our eyes to elk calling with all that volume, the Magnum Estrus cow, is a reed type call where you use lip pressure, and it's a tremendous call. And then the easy cow talker is a bite down type call, which I think is a little bit easier call to use. You do not get the volume out of it.
Well, everything's got a place. Now, there's certain kind of calls, whether you're turkey hunting or whether you're elk hunting, that you'll change from long distance to close in. And, what you can't blow these elk out when you get them close in, but I think the key to it is you got to find them and move to them. And then if you get in tight and you're a little bit nervous about blowing too loud, you can use that little bite down call, and it has a great place.
Well, David, that is a super elk. Time the season's over. Right now, we could have 7 or 8, 9 hunts, and a little luck, we could have quite a few more to add to this video.
I tell you what, this is a super elk for a boat. I don't care what anybody says, that's a good elk for a boat. And I just hope I get the opportunity this week to get the same opportunity David had. I hope he comes to my call instead of David's the next time.
Well, let me tell you something, Harold. You've had your share of bow kills all through time. This was my opportunity right here. I'm really pleased with it. We have just about shot enough bull right here without the play on words. What do you say we get into one of the most exciting, bugling, calling, running at us elk footage that you'll ever witness?
Well, did you hear that bull bugling? Yeah, I heard him. Seen him and another one, pretty nice bull. That one's real big.
Where was you sitting up on top of the big peak up here? Glassing. We were standing right out here and I heard that joker bugle. Yes, sir.
You say there's 2 good bulls.
Yep.
I know how-
They're getting up. He's over this ridge right here.
Where's that tank you were talking about?
We right below here. And they're working their way down, so they ain't but about 600 yards from us.
What about the wind?
We don't have a crosswind, but it's going to be, we have to play it.
We going to the fire fishing with?
Yeah, get over there and get set up. Hopefully wind will be with us.
Let's go ahead.
expert guide David Welty of Limestone Outfitters knows exactly how he wants to position David and Chuck to hunt these elk. It's bugling time in New Mexico, and this old bull is warming up for the courtship. Aggressive cow calls on Knight Hale's Magnum Estrus cow call are the orders of the day. Just like turkey hunting, your setup is the key for calling. In this case, the guide will position himself on a ridge 100 or so yards behind our team. Working a herd of elk can be tough, but if you get the attention of the cows and calves, when they come in, the bulls will follow.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I hope that shop's as good as you're calling it.
Yep.
It looks good.
Better.
Well, I tell you what, that big broadhead and that ACC share, it zipped right through.
Yep, that's perfect. Yeah.
He ran up here by you, did
He didn't stand 20 yards from me for about 10 minutes.
Did the shot look good?
Yep, perfect.
Well, David was filming him. I got up and stuck back to the camera. He was turned around. He said, "There he stands right there," and it looked perfect. It's, you know, when that adrenaline pumping like that.
No, he stood right there and then he went right over that little bridge there. I'm pretty sure I heard him fall.
Did you? Well, you know, it's been 35 minutes. Clouds are kind of off and on. It could rain. I don't think it will. You'll head after?
Yeah, probably better. You'll see what he's
Right here. Right there, but I don't believe that she's going to do very fast. He's struggling out there. Look right there. Good job. Good deal. That is one pretty good. He's a 5'9". Really almost 6. Yeah. That was one unreal hood. That bull's gonna make open young.
Yeah, that's a good build. Fastest one.
Hey, come on in here with us, man. Well, Mr. Videographer, what do you think?
I'll tell you what, I got some beautiful stuff, that bull coming up through there. And when you pack one of those 30-pound cameras and 20 pounds of gear, you earn that footage. But we wouldn't have had squad if this man back here hadn't been blowing that cow call like he was.
He has, of course, he and Darrell and Chip, all the Welty boys designed that Magnum Estrus cow for us. And we came out here to test it. You think she's fine with
Yep.
that, David?
That call right there is the best one ever.
Hit it one time like you were calling.
You know, Chuck, I heard the cows up there with that bull when he was bugling. I could not tell the difference. If I hadn't known he was behind me, I'd have swore it was a cow. And I'm not just saying that. And if the proof in the pudding was when those calves came in the field and I first picked them up in the video, an old cow done gone across the other way. And they turned, he called just the right time those calves come trucking down through there, and here come a couple of cows. And the rest is history, son. You got you a great bull. I don't know much more I can say except I am proud you didn't wait for the big one to come out there.
What do you mean the big one? I
the-
thought this is a big one.
Well, in your mind it is, but there was a bigger bull back there. And David, I guarantee you, if you'd have waited and hadn't taken that bull with him pulling the screen and all we've been through, we'd have wrestled around this mountain a big time.
You know, that's what's nice about hunting out here with these guys. A satellite bull most of the time is a open bull.
That's exactly right.
We've got some great footage. You got 6 or 7 different bulls. Of course, bow hunting, it's tough to get them to come in to you all the time. The rut is just beginning. So you all have to get
And your
out
hunt
there
is
quick.
just ended. And mine
No,
is just
it's
beginning.
beginning with that camera.
That's right. Trade shoes with us, sir.
On the first morning of David's New Mexico hunt, guide Robert Pfeiffer of Limestone Outfitters has been following 2 different herd bulls pushing their cows to a bedding area. Using the new Knight Hale Magnum Estrus cow call, Robert is able to get the bulls to bugle most any time. He and David are trying to get ahead of the herd when a silent 6x6 bull is heard walking towards their calling position. The sun has not yet reached the top of the mountain, therefore the thin air is still cool. The bull is sure his cow is there, but decides to circle before presenting a shot at 30 yards. With the excitement of a big bull getting closer and cold hands as David's excuse, see if this has ever happened to you. He pulled the trigger before getting his bow back. The bulls won, David nothing. About mid-morning the second day, the bulls were ahead 3-0. Guide Robert Pfeiffer and David are glassing an area in hopes of spotting a bull. All of a sudden, 2 bulls started bugling. After checking the wind, the boys moved into position. A quick cow call to find the bulls, and David gets another chance.
Right through here, didn't he? Yeah. He's leaving pretty good blood coming up through here. Yeah, I'm glad you showed him that second page. It's like he's thumbing right through here. He's going right up this grassy canyon. He goes right there, look right there where he gets. Whoa, 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 whoa. There he is. Oh, he's thumbing. He's had it. Yeah, he's done. So look at it. Oh, he looks like a big fat thumb. Thank you, son. You done good. Look, thank you. Gee whiz. Look at here. What do you think?
Get over on him right there and hold him up for a minute. What'd he score?
Oh, around 250. We'll have to put a tape on him, see. Sure.
Gee whiz, that is a good deal. Well, son, I'll tell you something. We've been hunting all day yesterday and got into some of the greatest bull footage. We didn't ever connect on the early part, but we had some good hunts. You have really been experimenting a lot with that cow call, and just about every bull we got into yesterday either answered us or like these two came to us. What do you think about it?
Well, it's good a call as there is, I think. I mean, it's got all the volume, and right there's the proof.
Well, let him hear one more time what you was doing to him. What that calls got its volume in it.
Yep, and the volume calls them in from long ways out.
Well, I tell you
Gets
something.
talking to you.
We're gonna have to get all them boys some of them Magnum cow estrus calls, because after they see this right here, we're gonna have to go to work. Besides cutting this bull up, we're gonna go to making calls.
Yeah.
Well, you did a good job for me. I really appreciate it. It looks like to me the work's right ahead of us. We're gonna have to go find
Just
some
started.
help. It's
Getting
just
out of
started.
here.
Okay, I gotta go get my backpack and the other stuff I left there. What do you say you go find Darryl and see if we can get some help?
All right.
Roger Kennedy, a longtime friend of Knight Hale, teams up with David on a western elk hunt. Roger is a veteran elk hunter, having taken 8 good bulls with bow and arrow. Since bugling season is going strong, Roger feels he can call in a good 6x6. It's opening day, and his expectations are high. Using his big bull bugle, Roger gets an instant response. This bull is approximately 200 yards away. Roger slowly moves into call position. Using his Magnum estrus cow call, the bull answers immediately. Several bulls were called in, but as it so often happens, this would be the best bull called into bow range in 6 days.
That's nice, bull, but it's just a big line. Let's let it go, because there's a lot of bulls in here. We got 4 or 5 days to look for, so let's don't touch it until let it go.
On the first day of Earl's 6-day hunt, Harold and Chip Welty decide to team up calling and sound like a harem of cows. After an unproductive morning, Chip got an immediate response from a bedded bull. Earl moves 30 yards toward the bull and makes his stand. Chip and Harold call, sounding like 2 different cows. The bull, as usual, decides to circle, looking for the cows. Earl will have to pick his shot very carefully.
What it done, you got hit that limb, that bark plumb off, and just kept going stuck in that tree. Yeah. I just left. There's plenty of them here. I know it's plenty of them. What happened when I was shooting out, I couldn't get a clear window. I thought he was coming to the left. I was shooting through a bunch of brush, and I thought I had him on. I released there and kissed off at one of them. 22, 23 yards.
On the 5th day of Earl's hunt, he has his 4th close encounter with big New Mexico bulls. Chip once again gets a quick response and a big bull is on his way. Earl quickly chose a spot and the heart-stopping experience begins again.
How close were you to him? 17, 18 yards right there. He sat there forever, didn't he? Oh, then I couldn't see him because of those bushes right there. I couldn't get a clean shot. Came around this way a little bit, but he was still walking. Where'd he go? He went right around that way, didn't he? Yeah, I think he went right up that hill. Okay. Okay.
Well, Earl did not get his bull, but what a trip. The Welty boys did a great job, and Earl will be back next year for sure. Darrell Welty and pro staffer Jeff Probst have eased right into a long canyon that holds several bugling bulls. Eight to 10 power field glasses like Pentax's DCF series are a must for any elk hunter. It's also very important for our hunters to get the wind right, then slip into the herd from downrange and try to make a close setup. This big bull has broken several cows out of a large herd. A close setup and some aggressive calling could easily produce a shot. Darrell places Jeff 50 yards ahead at the base of a ridge, hoping to pull the bull over the edge past the hunter. Elk hunting can be a lot like turkey hunting. In this situation, getting the cow's attention can bring them in, and usually the bull will follow behind.
Tell you what, Darryl, you got a bunch of good blood here. That bull's hit good. Yeah, he got a big fire. It's all up here. Man, he's getting up a good day, didn't he? This is the same bull.
Harold teams with one of USO's top guides, Grizz Montoya. When Grizz's bugles get response, the hunt begins. Grizz positions Harold 50 yards ahead of his calling position to hopefully lure this bull in for a shot. As the bull turns to go away, Harold takes advantage of the quartering away angle. But with all of that thick brush, Harold must pick a hole the bull will pass through and make a good shot.
Oh man,
What'd you shoot him, 30 yard?
30 yards. That's what I had a 30-yard pin on. That's where I want to shoot him. I don't want to shoot him no further than that.
You sure answered that call?
Yes. Now then, the work has begun.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm lost as last year's Easter egg. Which way's the truck? I'm
Which way
turning
you
around
think it is?
this way.
Follow me, big boy.
That's the reason you need a guide, I guess.
That's right.
After locating a good sounding bull, David uses his home turf turkey hunting tactic. That is, move in close, set up, and give him some excited calls. This is a real nice bull, but it's the first morning, so David will pass on this one. When calling any game, setting up is the key. You will see that David has picked the ideal spot. There are several bulls within calling range, so let's enjoy the show. This first bull isn't quite what our hunter wants. Plus, another bull is answering the call and has a deeper bugle. Odds are, it's a better bull.
It's a pretty good bull, and here he comes.
Chuck, let's spend a little bit of time right here. I'm talking about that cow call. Now we've got something. We're on to something. And I think that the key to it is, and I want you to blow it here and show, is the hyperness of it. I mean, it's not only just hyper, but you hear these cows out here mewing and doing their thing, and the bull's not paying attention to them. But the moment you blow on that, you got volume, you're reaching out there and touching it, you got some excitement in it. He's coming and looking.
I think that volume's the key. I mean, you sound better than anything out there. He's a rutting bull, and he wants to hear the best sound he can hear.
All right, tell you what I want you to do. Just mimic a cow that's just out there doing her thing, and then show the difference between the excitement you put into it and the rhythm when we're calling it out.
Well, you know, cow, you can do mouth diaphragms and things like that, but she's got more of a...
But most cows that are with the bulls are just making a single sound until they get excited. That's what you hear.
It's real low like that.
And then when you put that excited sound in like you're doing that rhythm, do it again. I want to hear that
we
rhythm
moved
again.
in like we do turkey hunting. You know, you moved in here and bugle and got those. Now they'll answer that 801. That is a locator call, and they'll come to it too.
You know, this is the most underrated bugle call in the world because it sounds like these bulls, but most people overlook it. They think with a little, hold that right there, man. They think of a little rubber latex on top of it, and you got to get it in a half moon shape with a little dimple in it. And it sounds just like these bulls.
Give me that little low grunt or squeal you've been doing.
How many times have we heard that?
If one doesn't answer you, I'll be surprised.
and then of course, locating the bull. I mean, we do more cow calling when you actually get them in there, but to locate it, he'll answer this right here.
Oh, that's it. 100%.
Well, I'll tell you one
Then you
thing.
move in there. Of course, we use a style of turkey hunting. Get as close as possible.
Get in their face.
You made a comment today. You said, you know, make his circle smaller. He's got to work in. And then we hit them with that excited sound, and I started off just. It's not a bite down call. You put your lips on it. It's just a reed call, and you just huff air into it. Just.
One of the things that we were on here on this particular hunt was a rifle hunt. We got into bugling season here. It was good. You need something that really will bring an elk down. Nothing like a 7mm Magnum. It's elk medicine, no doubt. I got a Pentex scope on it. It's a 3.5 by 10 light seeker. Obviously, from the distance I shot my elk, we didn't need a lot of power, but I had her set in at 200 yards. It was very important to us. Another thing that's important to you is your little binoculars. You got to have them. Little 10x 10 power binoculars here. They are Pentex's little UFC mini binoculars. You've got to have something compact, something you can visually see out here at a long distance. And of course, when you talk about the kind of shell that you use, I was using Winchester's fail-safe shells, using a 160 grain bullet. That right there did a job on the elk.
Now, let's listen to these live elk sounds.